imagine doing a YouTube video where you don't start the video in the morning with the coffee and the slippers and the Stairmaster. Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. It is the 25th of June, Friday the 25th of June, and I am 16 weeks out tomorrow from the British finals. And on today's episode I am going to run you through just basically the next day or two, a little bit of a day in the life, but what's going to be fun, it's going to be fun, about this episode is that I'm going to be answering some Q&A questions which I got over on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? It's __ Georgie Fit. Yeah, so I got some questions on my Instagram and I'm going to be answering those in this episode while I kind of run you through my day and potentially my day tomorrow as well. It is currently 11:30. I've had 2 meals already today, and a little bit of an update actually since the last upload. I have had an increase in food and a decrease in cardio again. Look at the smile on my face, literally so happy. I sent my check-in over to Dan yesterday. I'll leave a photo of it here, and he is really happy with the way that my condition is holding / looking. Like, obviously I'm a little bit fuller, I am a little bit softer, but I needed to be, you know. The aim was not to stay shredded, and I actually can't get over how much food I am currently eating at the moment. So yeah, like, such a positive check-in from him yesterday, and yeah, we've got more food, we've got less cardio, I'm feeling good. Like, for the last couple of days, 2 or 3 days, I'm not going to call it extreme hunger because it wasn't extreme hunger, but the crazy sort of food focus that I had is definitely, like, it's definitely slowly disappearing now. Like, I don't feel like I'm always thinking about food now. I actually feel very, very happy, and yeah, I'm just feeling really positive. So, haven't weighed myself, by the way. I feel like I got a few questions about this. I haven't weighed myself since like a week out. Don't plan on weighing myself over the next couple of weeks. I just don't really need to, so why would I want to even maybe put myself in a shitty mindset just from what the scales say. I feel noticeably a little bit fuller. Like, I've still got okay lines in my shoulders, but like when it comes to my midsection, I know it's still quite lean, but it's nowhere near as lean as it was when I competed. But for the fact that I am eating so much more food, and we are way over 2 weeks post show now. No, 2 weeks post, wow, we're only 2 weeks post show tomorrow. Anyway, I feel really good. I feel so good. So that's the update. I am currently about to leave and go and train legs again. Leg days come around so quick. It's just basically another leg day. So I showed the leg day in my last video, so I won't show you the leg day from today, but I may show you my upper body session, which I'm going to do tomorrow. And yeah, just welcome to the video. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, it does mean the world to me, and let's crack on. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I need to actually fucking clean this. Just reminded me, like, I still haven't cleaned my bikini, guys. How bad is that? By the way, I am getting a new bikini, so I have already decided who the company is. I have already decided a lot about it, but leave your, like, what you reckon my bikini is going to look like for the finals, because, disclaimer, it's not going to be pink and it's not going to be this one. What better place to start the Q&A than in the idyllic, is that the word? Idyllic? In the iconic TT. So, loads of questions over on my Instagram, thank you very much. Let's start with this one. Lucy Marie Fit asked, hey G, I'm considering competing next year. Where do I even start? So, great question. I feel like competing, like, you need to be in competing for the right reasons, first of all. So I think that if you're going into it saying, I want to compete, that is, in my personal opinion, going to be less, I don't know, I just feel like you need to be into bodybuilding. Like, competing is a part of bodybuilding, and I feel like you need to fall in love with the sport. You need to fall in love with the process of being a bodybuilder before you decide to compete. And that's something that I potentially didn't do, which I wish I did. Obviously in my second prep I feel like I did, but in my first prep, although I wasn't doing it for a Facebook profile picture or to get lean or anything like that, I was still doing it to push myself out my comfort zone and things like that. I feel like there are a lot of other things out there that you can do to push yourself out your comfort zone than compete. Competing is fucking extreme and it's not for everybody, and that's fine. So I think that before you even start, before you even put the wheels in motion, make sure that you are doing this for the right reasons, and be really fucking honest with yourself and realize that the competing and the show day and everything, that even the process of prepping, in the grand scheme of things, is a small percentage of bodybuilding itself. And I've learned over the last year to respect bodybuilding a lot more than I ever did before. So first things first, make sure you're in it for the right reasons. Second of all, give yourself enough time. You know, it's not like, right, okay, I want to compete, so now I'm going to find a coach and I'm going to jump into the next season of competing. Don't do that. Look for a really good, knowledgeable coach who has a good track record and you've spoken to some of their clients, someone that you can gel with, that you can do an off season with before you look to prep, so that that person knows you inside out and you feel confident moving into the prep. And again, like I was saying a minute ago, you're moving into the prep, that's just a part of the bodybuilding process, you know. So that's my first thing. And also make sure you have a good coach. Then make sure that you can financially afford it. It is very expensive. I feel like it's one of those things, if you're going to push your body to that extreme and you're going to commit that much of your life to the prep, you need to make sure that you're doing it complete. You know, you can cut corners, but I wouldn't recommend cutting too many corners. So financially, sort of, you know, making sure that you're in a financial position where you can do it. And also, like, you know, lifestyle. Make sure that you're in a job that you can do alongside. Make sure you're around people who, you know, are genuine. Relationships, friendships, you know. Just make sure that you are in the best position to go into that prep. Yeah, because it's a big thing, you know. It's a big thing, and once you're in it, you're fucking in it, you know. You're in the prep. So yeah, and that's kind of where I would start with a good off season. Learn about bodybuilding, learn how to train, learn how to push yourself to failure, learn how to recover and how to build muscle, and learn and teach yourself the discipline that is needed for the sport, because that is very much needed for the sport. So do all of those things first and then look to prep. You know, there's no rush to prep, and that's another thing that I wish I knew before. There's no rush to prep. Like, the stage will always be there. COVID taught me that. The stage will always be there. So yeah, that's the first question answered. Home from the gym, and I'm having my post-workout meal, which is 50 grams of cream of rice with whey. Topped with that, oh, that salty caramel sauce is legit. So I'm gonna sit, catch up on messages. Cannot tell you how good my training is right now. That was literally such a good leg session. So the time is 6:15, and tonight me and Ali are going for, well, we're going to Absurd Bird. If you don't know what Absurd Bird is, you need to know what Absurd Bird is. So it's this fried chicken restaurant, right? And we are going there tonight because, I don't know if I've said this before in a vlog, but I have one free meal every week now, which is just insane. Like, I'm sorry, I don't even know if I'm gonna prep again, because this is the life, guys. This is the fucking life. So once a week, on a Friday or a Saturday, I'm allowed a off-plan meal. So what I do is I swap out my 4th meal of the day, my main meal, which is like my burger and chip meal, and yeah, it's technically a burger and chip, isn't it? Because it's low-fat beef burger with a bagel with potato wedges. But once a week we swap that for a off-plan meal, which is going to be around about 1,500 calories. Last week I went out with Nia and I had a beef burger and chips, and it was delightful. And this week me and Ali are going to Absurd Bird. So I'm going to have a shower in a minute, I'm going to get ready, and we're going to go into town and have that. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited. So I'll obviously take you along. Should we answer a quick question actually? Let me go grab my phone. Tony Gilbert asks, if you didn't place/win, would you still say that the discomfort is worth it? 100%. Literally 100%. I didn't go to win. I know that sounds crazy, but I didn't go to win. Obviously it would have been nice to win, and you know, we did win, but I didn't go to win. I wanted to place, because if I didn't place I'd have to do another show, because I wanted to get to the finals, right? Like, the achievement for me was saying, look, I got an invite to the British finals. So yeah, I would have been annoyed if I didn't place, because I would have had to have prepped again, but it's worth it. Yeah, of course it's worth it, like 100%. You don't do it for the show, you do it for the bodybuilding. Clara Grace 97 back doing Q&As, back murdering people's Instagram names, asked, does prep feel different now that you've competed? So I thought it was a nice question, because I'm now in, like, it's so weird because I am technically on prep still. Like, I technically am on prep still, because my show is, what, 16 weeks away. So it's not like I'm in an off season, but I am kind of still in a prep. But then I'm also not really in a prep, because, you know, like, it would be crazy to be doing a 20 plus 18 week prep. So what's that, like a 38 week prep, if you were to take it from when we first started. So at the moment I'm calling it like a bit of a diet break, but I am still in prep mode. So I still tick my boxes every day, I still do my steps every day, I do my cardio, like nothing really changes with that. And I feel like what's quite nice about this period between arguably the 2 preps is that it's teaching me structure, it's teaching me discipline, it's teaching me that even when I finish my show in October, I will still hopefully have all of these really good habits and sort of structures in place, so that I can have a really, really good off season and a really structured off season. So relating back to the question, sorry, I'm not even answering the fucking question. At the moment, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it has felt different. Like, gotta remember that for me, that first show was so anticipated. Like, I had been building up to that show, not only for the 20 weeks that I was in that prep, but also my first prep where the show got cancelled, right? So the build up was literally from October 2019. So I've been working towards this goal, and then suddenly it's there, and it's done. And obviously I had the best weekend of my life. It was so good, it was so much fun, and the endorphins that I got from that weekend and that show day were insane. So it kind of hit me like a bit of a ton of bricks when I got home, because you get home, and even though, yeah, don't get me wrong, we got the finals, and you know, the grind never stops, and you know, I never lose my focus with that, it was a really weird feeling, and it still kind of is. I still feel a bit lost. I feel like a bit like I've just come off this massive high, and it's like, right, back to normal life then. So yeah, I would say it feels different in that way. I would say that I feel a lot more confident now with prepping for this show, because I've done the prep, I've done the full prep. And if you've watched my videos, you'll know that I was so like worried about prep being really hard towards the end, but it wasn't as hard as I was anticipating. So I feel a lot more calm about the process that I'm about to go through for the finals. Right, I'm going to stop chatting shit I'm gonna shower, get changed, and then we're going for fried chicken, baby. Had a shower. An hour going for chicken. I'm excited. I'm gonna take the vlogging camera so you guys can see the goods. Feels weird wearing normal clothes. If anybody wants to know what makeup I'm wearing, then leave it in the comments. This is MAC 265. Chicken burger with sweet potato fries. We have literally like all of these dips here. We have barbecue, tomato, ranch, peanut butter, cooking chips, and Ali has got the chicken and waffles, the famous chicken and waffles. How excited? Very. I feel like I have to do this. Good morning, YouTube. It is the following day. It is the 26th of June, and I remember when I used to try and make myself presentable to film, but I'm not about that life anymore. Hi. So last night was so nice. Like, last night's dinner was so good. That burger was next level. I did have a little bit of FOMO with Ali's waffle. So basically, if you haven't been to Absurd Bird, they do like waffles and chicken there, and she had like a waffle with fried chicken, it had jam and peanut butter sauce, but literally that peanut butter sauce from Absurd Bird is the one. So if you ever go there, make sure you get the peanut butter sauce. Anyway, came home, had my bowl of oats, which was also insane. Like, I could have had a dessert at the restaurant. Because it did have 1500 calories, and realistically that burger and the chips probably was about 1100, maybe pushing it a little bit with the oats. But to be fair, I did miss like my last meal yesterday as well, so I didn't actually have my yogurt or my oatmeal, which I do normally have if I'm having an off-plan meal. Anyway, yes, I had that bowl of oats with the chocolate and the peanut butter, oh my god, and the Biscoff. However, last night I woke up at 4 AM. Fuck me, I have never been so dehydrated in my life, apart from the show day. I had to get up and I literally drank half of one of these, so like literally 1.5 liters of water at 4 AM. My body was like, what are you doing? It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like, I feel hungover this morning. I actually feel hungover. And that's just from the fact I've been eating food that I'm not used to. Like, my body is not used to having high fat, high sodium, fucking high sugar like that. So yeah, I feel pretty rough this morning, I'm not gonna lie. So next week's free meal, I'd probably just go to Nando's. Nah, I feel alright. I'm gonna do a bit of cardio, I think. I wasn't gonna do my cardio today because I only got 5 cardio sessions a week, but I just feel like I need to. Feel like I'm gonna get loads of, like, so on my show day, one thing I did notice when, like, after my show was like my face, like I had spots come back on my face. Like, my skin had been so clear in prep. And also, that's another thing that I'm doing now that I never used to do before prep. I thought, like, in prep I didn't wear any makeup, like, especially at the end, because I just honestly couldn't be fucked. I don't wear makeup now unless I go out. So that's another thing that I've taken from prep as well. Like I never wear makeup. Like I used to wear makeup to the gym, to filming, do anything, go to the supermarket. I was so self-conscious of my skin. I used to always put makeup on pretty much if I left the house. So yeah, I don't wear makeup now, like unless I go out or something. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, my skin was really bad after shave. Well, not really bad, but I just got a few spots around my face and stuff. So I can imagine maybe that's gonna happen again this week. So yeah, anyway, the burger was worth it. The burger was worth it. So I'm doing some work this morning, just doing some programming and bits and bobs like that. We have one-to-one coaching spaces going live at 10 AM today, which is exciting because now that I'm not prepping, or well, I am prepping, but I'm not prepping. Who knows if I'm fucking prepping? Define prepping. Because I'm not in the deep, dark depths of prep, in the trenches. I'm going to take on a few more clients each week this month, so like 4 or 5 I think. So that's happening at 10 AM. Debating whether to go and see my mum today, but based on yesterday's traffic, I'm thinking I don't know if I'm keen to sit in the M5 traffic because everyone's going on holiday. That's the update. Yeah, go do some cardio, and then I guess I'm gonna eat my first meal. Not even hungry. This is nice. This is nice. Yesterday and the day before, no real hunger. Well, don't get me wrong, a little bit of hunger, but nowhere near as bad as it's been. So that's really positive.
And they're live.
And they're live. Here we go. Should probably put it on my story. If you refresh it, does it catch up quicker? No. Things. Okay, all the spaces have gone in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. That's literally mad.
You just disappear.
They just go so quick.
I feel bad sometimes because it's like so many people that want them. You just can't
work harder. Hang on. Can you just literally just not say anything for 2 seconds? Sorry. Right, carry on. Oh, they're all dressed up and everything. 11:15. 1 full bagel, 100 grams of chicken, veg, and the ketchup. I don't want to moan. I don't want to moan, but it does feel weird at times to be eating this much food. Like, I have moments where I think, I'm sorry, I'm literally eating a lot of food right now. Should I be eating this much food? I think obviously from where you're at the end of a prep and you're so used to eating such low calories, don't get me wrong, it's really so needed to eat this much food right now. But like, being a woman as well, like, you have those moments of shit, it seems like a lot of food, it seems like a lot of carbs. So definitely felt that this morning actually. I think just because obviously went out for food last night as well, and then going back to my normal food this morning, quite full already. Yeah, it's such a mind fuck at times, it really is. I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna hit an upper body session, and I will likely catch you in there. Gang, it is 1:30. I've actually had another meal since we last spoke, but it was exactly the same as the bagel meal you saw before. So I had chicken with veg, and then I had a cinnamon bagel with half a banana, so basically the other half of the banana from this morning on top of said bagel, and it was very, very enjoyable. So that's already 60 grams of oats and 2 full bagels, and we haven't even trained yet. So upper body session about to go down. I am going to answer another quick question, and that question is from Ella Erwin. And she asked, what was your least favourite part about show day? PS, love your videos. Thank you, first of all. So my least favourite part about show day was I wasn't expecting, like, I didn't really think about I didn't really know, I suppose, about like the water, like the fact that basically from the night before show, about 5 p.m, I basically had to just cut all water. So I wasn't allowed to drink my normal, like, I normally drink like 6 litres of water a day. So the dehydration was hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I woke up on show day, I was like, fuck me, I need a drink. But I was only allowed to have basically like, I think over the course of the whole day I had about a litre of water. And then obviously when I won the show, which was fucking awesome, I had to stay dehydrated, and that was hard because I was trying to work in between the win and the overall, because the overall wasn't until later on in the evening. I was trying to do work, like I was trying to do client work, and that was really hard because I was dehydrated as fuck. So that was probably my least favourite part of the day, was just how dehydrated I was. It gave me a bit of a headache. Another question. It's from Jodie McGuire, and she said, how come eating 800 calories a day more haven't you gained a lot of weight? So good question, because to be honest with you guys, I'm probably eating over 1,000 calories more now per day than I was eating at the end of prep. And the reason on why I haven't gained a fucking ton of weight, right, is a couple of reasons. First of all, it's only been 2 weeks. Like, it does actually take quite a bit to put on body fat. I know people always say, oh, I put on body fat so easily, but it actually does take quite a lot of work, you know. I think that a lot of the time when people put on a significant amount of body fat in a short period of time, it's normally because they hit fuck it mode and they eat a lot of calorie dense foods: pizza, chocolate, biscuits, ice cream, all that good shit. So that is calorie dense food, right? So eating a lot of that and not moving a lot, you are obviously going to put yourself in quite a big surplus. But for me, like, I'm still doing quite a bit. I'm still training, and I'm training a lot harder than I was in prep. I'm still doing like steps, still doing cardio, but for me to put on a pound of body fat, which I do need to do, like, don't get me wrong, I do need to put on body weight, and I have put on body fat as well. Like, okay, I haven't put on fucking loads of body fat, but again, it's only been 2 weeks, you know. I have put on body fat, but anyway, for me to put on a pound of body fat, I need to eat excess of like 3,500 calories of my maintenance. So in the back end of prep, I'm in a fucking large deficit. Like, that's another thing to take into consideration, is the fact that, yes, okay, I've added in 800 to 1,000 calories per day more, but I was putting my body in such a large deficit at the end of that prep, to the point where I was probably burning 3/4 of the calories that I was eating per day. So I wasn't surviving on very little calories, basically. So if I was to continue with that, I would just deteriorate, basically. So I needed that initial push. Arguably, if I carried on eating this amount of calories for a longer period of time, I definitely would start putting on unnecessary body fat, I think. It's difficult to know. I feel like my maintenance calories are quite low. I'm not very lucky in that respect, and when I do finish the finals and go into my off season, I'm really looking forward to it, because I know that working with Dan as well, like, it will just be such a structured off season, and I can hopefully get my calories a lot higher. But yeah, so reasons on why I haven't put on loads of body fat. It's only been 2 weeks. I was in a fucking ridiculously large deficit to begin with, and I haven't been an absolute twat with my food, and completely, you know, lost it and gone off the rails. The foods that I am eating, yes, it's a lot of food and it's a lot of carbs, but it's not that calorie dense that, you know, I'm eating excess of 10,000 calories every week or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question. Let's go train.
know you ain't been true. Ain't got a love for you. You've been cheating and telling me lies. You've been creeping while I'm sleeping at night. And you've been chasing every girl inside. You've been messing around and I'm down and so down. You've been cheating and telling me lies. You've been creeping while I'm sleeping at night. Baby, you've been chasing every girl inside. You've been messing around and I'm down. It's over now. When you were down, I helped to pick you up. Instead, you kept looking for for you've been cheating and telling me lies. You've been creeping while I'm sleeping at night. And you've been chasing every girl inside. You've been messing around and I'm down and sober now. You've been cheating and telling me lies. You've been creeping while I'm sleeping at night. And you've been chasing every girl inside. You've been messing around and I'm down and sober now. Sometimes I feel like throwing my hands up in the air.
We are home, and here is the said post-workout 50 grams of cream of rice with a mix of the white chocolate and the brownie batter. I am going to be ending this video where every great video ends, with me having edited this video and realised that it's over half an hour long at this point. I was kind of planning on showing you the rest of my day, but I feel like I didn't really do anything exciting yesterday anyway. I just ate my normal meals and went to bed. So I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Thank you so much for watching as always, guys. Make sure that you are subscribed, following the road to the British finals. And then yeah, I guess I will just see you in the next one.